Hello everyone, welcome to Edcom channel. In this video lecture, we are going to continue the chemical kinetics. The subtopic that we are discussing, first one is zero order reaction. Second, we'll discuss about the first order reaction and half-life of zero order and first order reaction. We'll derive the equation for zero order as well as the first order. Here is a picture shows about the relation between concentration and time of zero order reaction. So without a doubt, let's start. So let us start zero order reaction. To cover the zero order reaction, I want you to focus all the basic concept of zero order reaction in my previous lecture. So let's start the zero order reaction. It means the rate of the reaction is proportional to zero power of the concentration of the reactant. As we have seen what are zero order reaction and what are the units of zero order reaction. Now let us consider a chemical reaction where reactant is going to produce the product. Okay. Now if we look rate, so we can write the rate as this is the reactant, so I'm writing only R. So the reactant should be minus dR divided by dt. Okay, so this is the rate of the reactant, and that rate of the reactant can also be written as K is some constant concentration raised to the power 0. Okay, why 0? Because order of the reaction is 0, right? Order is n, represent here 0. We have already discussed how can you write the rate of the reaction. So now taking these two factors, so that is minus dR divided by dt is equal to, this can be written as only K. That implies, just solve this reaction, minus dR is equal to K dt. So applying integration in both the side, so what we'll get, that is integration of dr is equal to, take this negative in the other side, that is negative of K dt. Now we have to apply the limits in this equation. So the limits are, dr will go from 0 to R. Here the time period will go from 0 to some t. Now if we'll solve this integration, what we'll get, integration of, here the concept is integration of dx is equal to x. So now if we'll apply that concept, R 0 to R, lower limit, upper limit, that is equal to minus K t 0 to t. Now if we'll solve this equation, here we'll get final minus initial. So we'll get R is equal to minus K t plus some constant, okay, integration constant. So at t is equal to 0, R will be R naught. What is R naught? R naught is the initial concentration of the reactant. Okay. Concentration of reactant. So if we'll put this value in this equation, what we'll get? So this one will be R naught is equal to minus K time period 0 plus I. So the final result will get, I becomes, I here is R naught. So R is equal to minus Kt plus R naught. If we'll rearrange this equation, we'll get R is equal to R naught minus Kt. Now look at these two equations very carefully. These two equation is nothing but the y is equal to minus mx plus c. So the graph that we will get, if this is our time period and this is our concentration R, so we know that y is equal to minus mx plus c. The slope is negative, right? So it will start from a point and it will go down. So this point represent your R naught or initial concentration when the time period is equal to 0. And the slope will be minus k or constant. This is slope. Now discuss the characteristics of zero order reaction. The first characteristics, that is concentration of the reactant, decreases linearly with time. As we have seen that the graph of zero order reaction, that is concentration R versus time. So here at t is equal to 0, the total amount of reactant or the concentration is very high. As the time progress, what we see, the concentration is linearly decreasing, right? So this is the decreasing graph. Second point, the unit of K is mole per liter per time. That we have already discussed for zero order reaction, right? The third point is time required for 100% completion of the reaction. The time is equal to R naught divided by K. Half time period or half life is equal to R naught divided by 2K. How do we get this equation? Just see, we know we have derived that R is equal to minus KT plus R naught, right? So here R naught is the initial concentration, R is the concentration at particular time t. Now, if you think that what is half-life or time period, half time period, this is that condition where the reaction is completed 50%, okay? The reaction is completed 50%. In this case, we will call time period as t half, and if t half is there, that means R will be R naught by 2, okay? So just put this value, take this equation and put R is equal to R naught. What we'll get? We'll get R naught by 2 minus R naught is equal to minus KT. Okay. So if we'll just solve this equation, what we'll get? And T becomes T half. Okay. So if we'll solve this equation, we will get K is equal to R naught. So K is equal to R naught divided to T half. Okay. So or simply T half or half life is equal to R naught divided by 2K. So you have to remember T half and this equation. Okay. The graph related to zero order reaction is given by this thing I have already discussed. And K is equal to R naught minus R divided by T. This graph you can also get from this equation. So exam point of view, it's important to remember this equation, zero order equation, and the value of constant and the graph. Now let us discuss first order of reaction. So the first order. First order tells about rate of reaction is directly proportional to first power of reactant. Okay. So rate of reaction is directly proportional to the first power of the reactant. So we can write, if the reactant is goes to the product, we can write the rate as is equal to minus dr divided by dt, that is equal to k r to the power 1. Why 1? Because this is the first order reaction. Okay, so the first order reaction rate is directly proportional to the first power of the reactant. So this is the first power of the reactant. Now let us arrange this equation. So that is minus dr divided by r is equal to kt. Apply integration in both the side. We'll get integration of, take this minus on the right side, so this is dr divided by r is equal to minus k integration of dt. So now if we'll solve this using the formula integration of dx by x is equal to ln x. So applying this formula, we will get ln r is equal to minus kt plus constant of integration. Okay, this is a constant. You must be familiar in the maths also, integration constant. So if we'll apply the integration constant to get the constant value at t is equal to 0, r becomes r naught. So putting these all values, ln r naught is equal to, this is 0, right? So is equal to I. Now let us try to explain. So as we got the value of I, now put in this equation, that is ln r is equal to minus kt plus ln r naught. What is r naught? R naught is the concentration at initial. Okay, so now if we'll arrange this equation, that is ln r minus ln r naught is equal to minus kt. So log a minus log b. What is log a minus log b? Log a by b. So ln r divided by r naught is equal to minus kt. See, from here we can also derive one first order reaction. If we'll put r by r naught is equal to, if this ln will go on the opposite side, then it will be exponential. So it is exponential kt. So we can rewrite this equation as r is equal to r naught e to the power minus kt. So this is one of the equation that we have to remember. Again, putting this equation, take this equation further, we can write, convert this ln into logarithmic form. So that will be 2.303 log r by r naught is equal to minus kt. So if we'll get this equation, so here minus is there. So if we'll apply the minus on the opposite side, so the reaction, what will happen? This r naught will go up and r will come down. So I'm writing here 303 log r naught by r is equal to kt. So this is the derivation of first order reaction. So two formula we have to remember, this formula as well as this formula. Now if you want to construct the graph for this equation, if you look this equation very closely, graph. So this is y is equal to minus mx plus c. So this is our ln r and this is our graph. Slope is the minus one. So minus k is the slope. and this is R naught. This is ln R naught. Okay, and this is the time period. So this is the graph for first order reaction. So now discuss about the characteristics of first order of the reaction. Okay, so first characteristics, unit of rate constant, that is time inverse or second inverse. Point number 2, T half is equal to 0.693 divided by K. Now we'll derive this equation, how it is, as we have derived two equation in the previous slide. One of the equation, that is ln R is equal to minus KT plus ln R naught. So if we'll apply this equation, we are going to get this graph, right? Apart from that, we have derived 2.303 log R naught divided by R is equal to KT. So if we'll use this equation, we are going to get this graph. Okay, so this is log R naught by R, this is R naught by R divided by time, and that slope will be K divided by 2.303. This is, if we'll relate this equation with this, then we'll get y is equal to mx with origin at its center. Now we need to derive what is the half-life period. So using this equation, as we know, for half-life, our time becomes T half, and at that time R goes to R naught divided by 2. The concentration is going to reduce to half. Okay, so use this equation. Now we can write 2.303 log R naught divided by, I'm writing, replacing this R with R naught. So this is R naught divided by 2 is equal to KT. So if we'll solve this equation, we'll get this is log 2, right? So log 2 into 2.303, if we'll multiply, so log 2 is equal to 0.301. And if we'll apply here, we have to multiply it, okay? So 2.303 into 0.301 is equal to K into T half. Multiply this, we'll get 0.693 divided by K is equal to T half. So this you have to remember, half-life period of first order of reaction, which is already given here. Okay, so this is done. The slope we can easily calculate it, that is 2.303. And examples are radioactive reactions. We know what are these radioactive reactions, right? Radioactive elements will produce radioactive reactions. And mineral acid catalyzation of the ester. Okay, another examples are decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, N2O5, N2O. Graph related with the first order reaction, which is already discussed, this one and this one. Okay, so now is question time. So let us try to solve question number 1. Before I solve, just pause this video, try by yourself and find out the answer. Okay, so just go through this question. The decomposition of ammonia on platinum surface is zero order reaction. What will be the rate of production of N2H2 if K is given? So as we know that decomposition of ammonia, that is NH3, if this ammonia decompose, that is going to give N2 plus 3H2, right? So he has given only K value. So we know that rate of the reaction, that is equal to 1 by 2, and this is minus d NH3 divided by dt, and that is equal to plus d N2 divided by dt is equal to 1 by 3 d H2 divided by dt, right? So rate of the reaction can be this or this or this. So we can write the rate of the reaction is d N2 by dt. So rate of reaction is equal to d N2 divided by dt, and that is equal to, we know that this is zero order reaction. We can write rate of the reaction as K is equal to ammonia NH3 to the power 0. Why it is 0? Because this is zero order reaction, right? So ammonia to the power 0 is 1, and we can write rate of the reaction is d N2 divided by dt is equal to, that is nothing but K. So K is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole per liter per second, which is the rate of the reaction of N2. One answer we got. What about H2? So if we'll closely look this equation, so 1 by 3 is equal to this value, right? So once we get this value, what I'm writing is d N2 divided by dt is equal to 1 by 3 d H2 divided by dt. Taking this equation, this value is already given. So I'm putting this value 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 is equal to 1 by 3 dH2 divided by dt. So just multiply 2.5 into 3. So 2.5 into 3 into 10 to the power minus 4. That is equal to dH2 divided by dt. So if we'll multiply this value, we will get 7.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole per liter per second. That is the rate of the reaction of hydrogen gas. Okay. So next, try to solve question number 3. So as I already told you, just pause this video, try it by yourself, then check the answer. Okay. A first order reaction has specific reaction rate 10 to the power minus 3 per second. How much time it will take for 10 gram of the reaction to reduce it 2.5 gram. So this is our initially R naught, and this is only R. Okay. So he's talking about the first order reaction. So as we already know that the first order reaction is 2.303 log R naught by R is equal to KT. So by solving this equation, 2.303 log R naught is 10 gram and R is 2.5 gram is equal to K into T. So already our K is given 10 to the power minus 3 into time period. Okay. So just solve this equation and you will get the answer. So time is 1386 second. Now try to solve question number 4. Again, a first order reaction is found to have a rate constant is given. Find out the half-life of the reaction. So as we already derived, half-life period is 0.693 divided by K. So if we'll solve this, 0.693 divided by K is given 7.39 into 10 to the power minus 5. So if we'll solve this equation, we'll get 9.38 into 10 to the power 3 second. So thank you for watching this video. Check out my other videos if you have missed any concept. So till then, thank you guys.